We gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. It's gonna blow. It's gonna blow. Hey everybody, did I convince you? Were you impressed? Probably not. Oh, the things I do for these reviews. Hello everybody, Film Fan 108 here, and before we get started, how about I clean up, shall I? Much better. Welcome everybody to Netflix Nights number 12, where I'll be talking about Deepwater Horizon. But before we get to it, let's see what the good folks over at Netflix have for a synopsis for us today, shall we? Replaying the catastrophic explosion of the Deepwater Horizon oil rig in 2010, this tense drama recounts the horrific experiences of the 126 crew members on board and the numerous acts of courage that saved untold lives. Rated PG-13 and from 2016. And I had heard about the real-life explosion and everything that happened back in 2010. And so this was an interesting movie that I wanted to watch. Unfortunately, I didn't catch it in the movie theater, so I waited until Netflix to finally check it out. And this movie was directed by Peter Berg. Now, Peter Berg will always have a special place in my heart because of one movie, Shocker. He was the lead in Shocker. Love that movie. He'll always have a special place just for that movie alone. But he's directed a lot of interesting stuff before. He's directed Hancock back in 2008. He directed Lone Survivor, also with Mark Wahlberg. He directed The Rundown with The Rock. Now, he also directed Battleship. The less said, the better, okay? It's not a good movie. And I know he directed Patriots Day, which I have not seen yet. That'll sometime down the line be another Netflix Nights. But honestly, the movie is really well done. He does a really great job directing this movie, and in a lot of ways, to be honest with you, it's just a really solid effort. The colors and everything in the movie just like pop. It just is amazing. You think it's you're on an oil rig and you think, oh, it's gonna be drab and colorless and just no excitement. That's not the case at all. In fact, the movie has a ton of color, and even when all the explosions are happening, the fire is swirling around and everything, the colors, the vibrant colors that are going on, is just beautiful to look at. The whole picture is beautiful to look at, and they do a really great job with that. Also, I like the way it's paced. I think it's paced pretty well. It's not too rushed, and I think that's the problem with some of these movies, is that they're too rushed. You never feel rushed. You get to know some of the characters, and you don't feel like they're just like wanting to get to the next scene for the sake of getting to the next scene. They actually take their time, and I appreciate that. Another thing also that I wanted to point out is basically that all the actors work very well together. This is a well-acted movie. The cast is fantastic. You have Mark Wahlberg in this, who is rock solid. And other than the Transformers movies, I think he's been doing a lot of solid work as of late. And here, he plays vulnerable, he plays scared. Yes, he does have the hero moments, but I think he actually pulls everything off really well. You buy him in the lead. He's absolutely phenomenal. Also, another actor who's equally as good in this movie is Kurt Russell. And Kurt Russell has been having kind of a resurgence as of late, whether it's this movie or Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I mean, he's been in a ton of stuff as of late. And he is really good in this movie. And he sort of plays the main safety engineer who's sort of making sure the rig itself is extremely safe. And the character actually commands a lot of respect. And so does Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell is a commanding presence in this movie. When he talks, these characters listen. And you needed somebody like Kurt Russell, and he pulls it off exponentially. He is amazing in this role. Even when he's sort of damaged a little bit, you buy it completely. He's convincing. Kurt Russell's great. He's always great. What can I tell you? Also, you have John Malkovich in this movie who plays one of the BP oil representatives. And, he's alright. He's good. He's not bad. He actually, is sort of playing that overconfident, smarmy kind of guy. And he actually pulls it off really well, be honest with you. He's actually really good in the picture. Also, you have Dylan O'Brien in this movie. Now, if you don't know Dylan O'Brien, he's from the two Maze Runner movies. And he is okay in this movie. He has a very small role. I'd almost liken it to a cameo. He barely says anything, and he's more of just a side character than anything else. But he's not bad in it. And finally, you have Kate Hudson in this, and congratulations, Kate Hudson. You actually were not annoying in a movie for once. Yay. Right? You weren't annoying. Achievement unlocked. Good. No, she plays Mark Wahlberg's wife in this. And it's a very small supporting role. It's sort of the typical, wife who fears for her husband's safety kind of role. Maybe she didn't need it, but she took it basically for a career boost, and good for her. She did a good job in it. Also, I want to say that the action scenes are absolutely phenomenal. When all the rig is blowing up and exploding and fires everywhere, it's intense, it's exciting, it's thrilling, it feels dangerous, and you're on this ride with the characters and you feel it. You feel it completely, you buy into it, it's really, really well done. And I guess my only small gripe about the movie is basically that a lot of the oil rig jargon that a lot of the characters say is basically kind of tough to understand. It goes over my head, be honest with you. And in a lot of ways, they're going really fast with it, so it's hard for me to understand what's going on sometimes. But honestly, it's a minor nitpick at best. I will also say one other thing, that this film does a really good job of honoring the oil rig workers and honoring the people who have fallen. At the end of the movie, there's actually a remembrance for the people who passed on, and you actually get to see some of the real life people that some of the actors played. Some of them are still working in the oil industry, others are not, but you definitely get to understand all of the situations that are in this movie and why everything happened. Again, it's based on a true story, and in some ways, those movies are a little tricky to do because you don't know exactly everything that actually happened in the movie. Obviously, can't be completely accurate. There's going to be things that are truthful, some things that are a little bit embellished. It happens. But I think the movie does a really good job with the story overall, and I thought the story and the characters were absolutely engaging. So I would absolutely recommend this movie to you guys. It is absolutely a fantastic movie to watch. And if these are the movies that Peter Berg is making now, consider me on board, because I would be a huge fan of anything going forward, and I definitely want to check out Patriots Day when it comes to Netflix and for me to actually watch it. So that is my thoughts on Deepwater Horizon, Netflix Nights number 12. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, give it a like. Also, if you like the videos that I've been doing lately and you want to subscribe and you're going to get a lot more content just like this, plus the movie reviews, plus the out and abouts. You'll get it all. Also, I am on Facebook and Twitter, FilmFan108, if you want to connect with me there. Alright guys, I will see you next time for another Netflix Nights. Take care.